What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, creating a sketch illustration of Super Mario. Now we want to begin today's lesson by adding a couple guidelines in the center of our page. Let's start by drawing a line coming down the center. Let's start at the very top. Just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom of our page. Now in the center, let's draw another line going across from left to right. So we'll start with the left side and then extend that out towards the right. Now we're going to use these lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page. From the center, let's step up towards the top. It's going to mark off the top of our circle. Now I want to take this distance down towards the bottom and do the same thing. Let's repeat that same process across this horizontal line. So taking this line distance over towards the left, and we'll do the same thing over on the right. Now to create our circle, all we need to do is connect the center point of each line with a curve. So we're going to start with the top left. Just going to roughly add in the circle. Now this doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get the right size and placement on our page. And we can always go back and just smooth this out. Now I'm going to turn the head over towards the left side. So the center seam that separates the left and right side is going to bend over towards the left. So let's start from the top of our circle. It's going to go out, come down, and then back in towards the bottom in the center. Now that this line has become the center point of the head, we're going to push the nose over towards the side. So let's start up here. We're just going to extend the nose going out with an oval, back around, and then up towards the top. Now we're going to tuck the left eye in behind the nose. So let's start from the bottom of that center seam. Let's go up and then bend that down on the outside. It's almost like a half oval. Now I'm going to do the same thing across the right side. So lining this up, come all the way down towards that center line, and then back up towards the top. Let's push the iris and pupil towards the right side. So we're going to start from the top, bend this around, and then down on top of the nose. Let's go over towards the right side. Just draw a full oval, going all the way around. Now we want to add the basic shape of the mustache tucked in underneath the nose. So we start on the right side, bend this out and up towards the eye, towards the center of our circle. Curve this down, go across, and just bend that back up underneath the nose. Now let's move over towards the right side of our circle and add a large oval for the ear. So just going to overlap the side of the head, just going up towards the top, and then down towards the bottom. Now with the ear in place, we're going to draw the bottom edge of the hat. Let's start from the top left side, curve the edge going up above the eyes, go across and extend that out. Now I just want to round out the brim of the hat, and just pull that back in towards the side of the head. I'm going to raise this up a little bit higher. Now along the top of the hat, I'm just going to curve the brim, coming down towards the top of the right eye, go across, and then we'll bend that back up towards that seam. Now underneath the hat brim, I'm just going to add a fold, going up across the top of the eyes, and then across. Now on the right side of the hat brim, I'm just going to add some shape for the sideburns. Rounding this out, curving this down and out towards the ear. Now I want to add the basic shape of the hat on top of the hat brim. Starting on the left, just going to round this out, go up toward the top. Just going to slope this down towards the back, towards the top of the ear, and I'll just bend that down. Now let's draw a large oval on the left side, going all the way around. Now let's go back to the eyes and add in the eyebrows. On top of the left eye, bend this up and then down. Taper that up towards the top and outside. Let's go on top of the right eye. Just add the top, tucking this up underneath the hat brim. Now we also want to sketch the upper body. So we're going to start right from that center line along the bottom of our circle. It's going to bend the spine going across towards the left and then down. Now over towards the right side, underneath the head, we're going to draw a circle for the arm socket, all the way around. And it will draw the outside of the arm, starting from the top, then the arm coming down and across towards the elbow, then it's up towards the wrist. Let's go down to the bottom of that circle, just following that same curve, coming down, and then across. Let's close the arm with a curve around the wrist. Now the left hand is going to sit on top of the arm. Just going to bend this down and then up, and just round up the top of the hand. That's blocking the right hand, just going all the way around and then back in, just to get the general shape. Now I'm just going to close off the side of the body, starting underneath the head, bend this out and down in behind the arm, and all the way down towards the bottom. Let's go underneath the shoulder, bend this down and out. Now let's draw in the left arm, going in behind the hand, round up the elbow, and just tuck that up underneath the right arm. Now that we have a rough sketch, let's go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. And this will help us get a better look at our drawing. Now let's go back and refine the shape of our drawing. We start by just cleaning up the nose, just working around the contour. And we'll just add a little bit more shape to the mustache. Going around towards the top. I just want to add those curls across the bottom. Now going back, just detailing out the eye. Trace the pupil along the center. Add a small highlight along the top. Let's do the same thing on the right eye. Start by tracing out the outside contour and the outside of the iris. And I'll trace the iris along the inside for the pupil, and then I'll add a highlight circle on the top right. I'm also going to add a little bit of hair along the back of the head, just starting underneath the ear, and adding a little bit of a curl. And I just want to modify the height of the hat. Just bringing that down a little bit lower, and just adding a bend along the back. And I'm just blocking that M inside that circle. Go in and just separate out each of those fingers. Now once we've cleaned up our drawing, I'm going to go back and just darken up the contrast. We'll start by tracing out the contours around the nose, and then the eyes. Let's darken up the center of the pupil going around that highlight, and we'll lightly shade in the iris. And now that we've traced out all our contours, we go back and add our shading. Start with a drop shadow from the hat on top of the head. We go dark along the top and just fade that down. For the shadow around the nose, I'm going to leave a little bit of a highlight along the outside edge. Now we're just layering in some hair texture inside the sideburns on top of our shading, and we'll do the same thing across the mustache. Start with that base texture, going up and down, and we'll add in the texture. Now, as we get near the end of our drawing, we'll tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Super Mario. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. And if you want to keep drawing with me, you might want to check out this video over here. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.